We just got your information.
Why did it take them so long to react to that sound? They can't shuffle cards without a gadget. That's how reliable they are on gadgets. Weirdos, widows, boss ghouls, how are you all doing? Today we are looking at Twin Paranormal, but I'm not going to subject you to the whole thing. I'm just looking at some highlights, I guess you could call them, of the video that they recently put out where they were violently attacked by a poltergeist. Ooh, spoiler alert, they weren't. Just before we get there, I've had a letter and a present. Hi Beardo, hope you and the family are all well. I'm just sending something as a bit of appreciation for the community and the effort you are putting into the 24-hour live stream, raising funds for Mind. I hope you enjoy this rum. It's one of my personal favourites, and it should help the 24 hours of streaming feel a bit easier. Yeah, I ain't going to be drinking any rum until towards the end of the stream the following day, you know, like when we were 23 hours in. Best of luck for the fundraising. It is an amazing cause. I lost a good friend to mental health battles when we were only 19, so I'll always support the fantastic work that Mind do. All the best and enjoy, Alex Alrar. Alex, thank you very, 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 very much. I have never tried Neptune rum. Barbados Gold. Now, I opened this earlier for a little sniff, and it is potent. However, it is only 10 o'clock in the morning, so I'm not going to take a swig. Not even I drink that much. So, the Mind Mental Health Charity, by the time this video goes out, it will be tomorrow. So, Friday the 26th at 12 PM. 24 hours, gaming, chatting, reaction videos, lots of fun. There'll also be some giveaways. Mind are sending me out a prize pack to give away to people. They're sending me a t-shirt to wear on stream with the Mind logo on there. But there'll be, I think, 3 baseball caps, some pens and some stickers. The baseball caps I'm going to sign and date for the date of the charity when it started. The top donators, 2nd, 3rd and 4th place, will get a baseball cap each. And the top donator, who right now is actually CRL, will get this Beardo Gets Scared snapback. Now, I don't know if CRL is going to want this and want it signed. If she doesn't, I'll see if she wants to give it to the next top donator. Completely up to CRL, but it's basically the first Beardo merch snapback that ever got made for the channel. I have wore this on a couple of investigations, 1 or 2 videos. Red just isn't my colour. I don't know why I bought red, and I've got a black and blue one over there that Dean Bailey gave me. So this will be the top prize. I'll put a signature and the date of the stream across there. Nice keepsake for someone. Or if you do win it and you don't want me to squiggle on it, just let me know in the live. Finally, just before we get into the video, we are now in the top 5% of donators to Mind Mental Health Charity. That's absolutely incredible. At the time of recording, we have passed £3,000 for the charity, which is absolutely immense, and we haven't even started the 24-hour stream yet. Thank you all so much for your kindness and your generosity to what is a really important charity to me. Oh, I nearly forgot one more thing. To that guy that thinks that I am a worse grifter than Zach Bagans, and then commented that the state on my teeth makes you want to vomit. May your next poo have the consistency of a pine cone, you idiot. Alrighty then, so this video is called The Night a Poltergeist Attacked Us, the Exorcism House Very Scary. So unlike other videos, I've already watched all 2 hours and something of this, and I'm not going to subject you guys to 2 hours. And I want to skip their intros. I want to skip all the nonsense, all the silliness of the inappropriate jokes they make to each other and stuff. They act like kids, but you know, they're nearly 30 or probably 30 by now. It is what it is. That's not what it's about. And I get into trouble when I make jokes about them. I'm not saying there isn't going to be jokes, because you know, it's me. But basically written down some time codes on the monitor up there, and I'm going to go to those time codes because these are things that I've picked up in this frankly bullshit video, because there's no poltergeist attack. I'll show you the poltergeist attack, or I think they're claiming is the poltergeist attack, in just a second. The reason I skipped everything is, you know, the stuff where they make their intro and they're jumping about and making the bad jokes and stuff. It doesn't add anything to my videos to mock them. It doesn't add anything for me to subject you to it. So we'll just get into this.
Weird. We were just talking about this entity. So Mary Ruff.
Mary loves Dick. Mary loves Dick. Mary loves Dick.
Sorry. I skipped most of the downstairs stuff because it's boring. Ooh, would you look at that? A book. This is the poltergeist attack, by the way. A book has potentially fallen off a shelf. Or did Wyatt, while passing, throw it behind him?
What the fuck is that?
And the reason I question that is the way they switch cameras.
No. Dude! Wait, what? Shut the fuck up. Did you want that? No. I literally just...
Bear in mind, River has a camera that we are looking through now. Wyatt has a camera in his hand.
passed through the doorway.
So there's Ryan. There's River with the camera. This is Wyatt's point of view, with the the one who says the book gets thrown. You see that little wobble of the camera there? Now, in my opinion, he's done that. He's thrown the book, but he's inadvertently, not as obvious as that, but he's inadvertently moved his entire body, and the camera jerks before the sound. Let's play that back. That jerk was before the bang, and then he swings back.
What the fuck is that?
But then why cut Wyatt's camera to River's camera to watch him pointing his camera at the said book? That's strange. Now, personally, if it was me, and I had these two camera angles, but I tend to record footage solo. I work with other people, but I carry my own camera and I'll set a static up somewhere. If I was working with somebody else that had a camera, I'd put the two cameras side by side so you can see both cameras all lined up with the sound cues and everything. Why cut from Wyatt's camera to River's camera? What didn't they want us to see?
Are you kidding?
No, I did not touch anything.
Please don't go now. Go where? Back downstairs?
Were you with us? Did you just knock this over?
So obviously devices start going off and they believe it's a ghost talking to them. Why has he got his trousers pulled up to his armpits?
What is it?
Energy towel. Source book. What? Jesus Christ.
Guys? Holy fuck! Something started coming up the stairs fast and I can hear...
Unfortunately, we can't hear anything other than your scream and then the boom bass drop that you put in every time an app says something, every time a REM pod goes off, every time a device goes off, every time you hear walking or knocking or anything. That bass drop is over everything, every single time. If I was to put a bass drop in any of my investigation videos, every time I heard something, there'd be 3 bass drops in a video, if I'm lucky. These go off every 3 seconds.
What sound like this? Just like that.
Are you sure it was that, or like help me or something?
I have no idea, but it was a fuck.
I heard a heh. Are you sure it wasn't help me? I have no idea. Now, in the defense, they go back to the book here, and they say something that surprised me.
Voice.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I am so fucking sorry. Were you just coming up the stairs?
Wyatt hears growling. What we heard there was them manually handling the cameras. Every time you move a camera on a mount, or you grab the camera, or especially when you got microphones like that on those shotgun mounts, and I know because there's one up there, I've got another one that's attached to my camera back there. Every time you move your camera too quick, it'll bang, it'll make a noise, even with one of those Rode microphones.
This is insane.
Did you just
Voice?
That sounded like a growling.
But they don't play the growling back, which kind of says to me they knew exactly what that was. It was the camera itself making sound, or the camera operator making that sound. Has he blacked out his throat and his arm? That's a lot of ink. I guess when he regrets some of his tattoos, because he's always got, he cut the fringe in, and he's always wearing a baseball cap. Maybe it's to hide what he's put on his face. Maybe he regrets it.
Dude, it sounded like this. Like, it was...
I heard a hair. I heard a hair. They're already building this up more than what they've just said it was, 10 seconds ago?
I don't know.
Whimpering or something?
I don't know how to explain it.
You just spoke through Ryan's device here. Can you tell us who this is?
Holy shit, that scared me. What's this?
Vitality, Energy, Spirit.
Energy Spirit. Of all the books, it's a book about energy spirits. Wow. Almost like it's foreshadowing something.
Just like a page that was in there?
Meditations. Whoa.
That is weird. If you didn't bump that and that fell out of the bookshelf, that's kind of crazy.
Consciousness of the past.
Now, if you didn't bump that... Now, from what we could see from Wyatt's camera angle, he didn't bump that. And they're saying, if you bump that, why would they say that? Is it because they're unsure of what they've captured on the cameras, because this is in real time, and they're unsure if they may have, captured something shenaniganry, so they've covered their own asses a little bit. Potentially. Or potentially, they don't know what's caused it.
Weird. We were just talking about this entity. So Mary Ruff, couldn't see, couldn't hear, and couldn't speak, but somehow these...
Mary loves Dick. Mary loves Dick. Mary loves Dick.
What? If I didn't do that, you'd complain.
Spirits or entities were able to take over her body and make her talk in different voices like them. Dude, this is weird.
Now, I have looked into the history of this place, and everything they say, this is the first exorcism house, and this Lady Mary, it all tracks online. I'm not saying that I believe she was possessed. I'm not a believer of possessions myself, but people believed she was possessed. I think she may have believed she was possessed. There was exorcisms. It's the house known to be the first exorcism house. That's what online is saying with a quick Google search. I haven't done a deep dive into it.
Possession, mastering mind, consciousness of...
Holy shit, he's blacked out his arms. That's a lot of ink.
Consciousness of the past, consciousness of sound and form.
Stop! Stop, dude, no!
Stop, dude. It's almost like this is foreshadowing the entire investigation I'm building of all the books to fall. Incredible. Now, is this an incredible paranormal event that that book fell or was thrown by a poltergeist, and that book relates so closely to what they are doing there?
Okay, that...
Now, this happens all the time with these guys. Their equipment goes off far more than anyone else's that I watch. I don't know how they're triggering it, or if they're triggering it. I think they are, but I can't prove it. So, is it faulty equipment, or are they triggering it? I don't know.
I mean, if you did accidentally bump it, yet you don't know, that's still creepy, because that's like a book. This is definitely a bookmark.
Did you accidentally bump it? I mean, where was the book on the shelf? Because most of those books, look how far back they are. They're quite tightly compact. That isn't falling of its own accord. So either a ghost has thrown it, or Wyatt has thrown it. It hasn't randomly fallen out of that shelving. Look at it. And if we look at these books, they're all straight, packed in, except this shelf where it looks like a book is missing. Has it fallen from there while they've walked past and he's bumped it walking through this door frame, but this is set in a recess? Or was it in Wyatt's hand anyway and he's launched it? I'm edging my bets on Wyatt has launched that book, especially with a little tug of the camera before.
It's something else, but they used it as a bookmark, whoever used this book last.
Jesus Christ.
Or if it fell, Whatever. I don't know. I mean, we could just say...
Look how far back these books are. That one's quite far forward, but that's a big, heavy book. Did that randomly fall? Even if you bumped into that, in order to hit that hard enough as a book to fall out, you'd have heard him hit that. You didn't. I think Wyatt has thrown that book. I can't prove it, but that little tug of the camera, more than suspicious.
It was either bumped or... I don't know. Who is this?
Next clip.
Was that a piano?
Was that a piano?
Who is this?
I don't know what that sound was. Could it be like an out-of-tune piano string? Yes, but it's very, very quiet.
Piano.
And then we get...
Oh, no! What?
Potentially, a piano has played of its own accord in this house, and the reaction is... Was that the piano? And then a device says, join us, and no! The reactions are all off. Potential poltergeist activity. Was that the piano? An app that goes off no matter where they are, what location. You could go and do this in a Faraday cage and it would probably go off. Because it's Spirit Talker, but in a watch format. But that's the reaction to an app that always speaks is fear and shrieking. But a piano playing is almost dismissed. It's almost like the piano will come back later. It does.
Us, it said plural.
I just heard what sounded like footsteps back down where we were.
Didn't
What do
hear
you
shit.
mean by join?
Next clip. A disembodied whisper. Did you hear what I heard? Because I heard a cat. Meow. I heard a cat. Now, bearing in mind, we can hear crickets from outside. So we could hear people, we could hear cats, dogs, whatever. That sounded like a cat meow to me. To these guys, it's a disembodied whimper. That sound came from outside, and that was a cat. 100%.
Might be that sound you were talking about. Almost sounds like a
Creaking. I don't.
But that's not the sound that he said he heard. It was a and then a not quite, but still. You see what I'm saying? Now that sound has changed to fit the cat meow that they're trying to pass off as a disembodied whisper.
I don't know if it was 100%, but I heard what sounded like a piano key go bing.
Energy. Wait, the book?
join us.
Look.
Energy.
Energy. Vitality. Energy.
Ooh, look, vitality, energy. The app said energy. Ooh, we must link it.
Spirit.
Did you knock that book down by any chance?
No, it didn't.
There's two ways up and down. Maybe that's what I heard. Maybe it wasn't going up the stairs. Maybe they were going down.
Do we want to send you
Okay, so they're discussing that nothing is happening. They haven't really heard anything. It's gone flat, so they're going to split up. This isn't a debunk. This is just comedy gold.
down that way? Me down that way. Make sure whatever's down there can't go up. Either.
I see.
We're gonna trap this thing.
Let's try it.
Oh, we're going to trap this thing. I tried to punch a ghost one. It missed. Missed. What are you three going to do if an entity turns up? You ain't got no proton packs. In fact, what are you going to do? Deafen it to death with your scream? It's already dead. Can you hurt it? No. What are you going to do? Throw eyeliner at it? This is ridiculous. It's like that scene in Ghostbusters. Get her! The ghost screams and they're like, oh shit! Now, imagine if these three actually had something appear and charge at them. There'd be poop everywhere.
Your mark. Get set. Go. We're here.
No way.
I agree. No way. Okay, so we're downstairs and they start to hear some
If
noises.
you really are here in this house still, can you come speak to us and show us something? Give us a sign?
What?
Which?
Boom. The bass drops are absolutely incredible. I couldn't really hear what he's pointing about there.
Weird.
Oh, wait.
Which is here? What does that mean?
I can hear that.
How bassy were those footsteps? How close to the camera did they sound? I know that sound. That sound is one of these Rode microphones that I have placed on a camera before now with the red ring plastic shock mount, and they bounce. They make an awful noise. I've got a black one with elastic in it to negate that noise, but the one out there has got one of those red plastic shock mounts, and it puts noises through your camera, and every one of those bangs is when he's moving the camera. And you can hear the audio boost. I'm convinced that they can't really hear those footsteps, and they just boost the sound when they're moving the cameras, knowing full well that camera bounce is going to cause that sound. However, that sound sounded like somebody smacking a metal bin with a stick or a plank of wood. But it sounded outside again. So has somebody just gone out and thrown their rubbish away? Thrown it in the bin. They hear it, but they're reacting. Because we can hear the crickets from outside. This house isn't very well insulated for sound.
What the was that?
That's in here.
That's like a
And then that dragging sound, that's in here. It was very muffled and more of a whooshing sound. Whooshing, what a word. What was that? Was that dragging in the house, in a wooden house that you can hear every footstep they make? Was it that? Or is it a vehicle outside? Why has Wyatt pierced his hat? Was an eyebrow piercing too painful for you? Why have you pierced your hat?
You had found another girl named Mary.
Mary loves Dick. Mary loves Dick.
Last one, I swear. Maybe.
These spirits. We have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
We might as well try and do an EVP.
Ooh, EVP. They're going to do an EVP. I hope they have a proper digital recorder. Maybe like the Zoom, like I have. Maybe anything other than a DR60 that is inherently flawed.
If you
and
can see this,
even from a blurry back shot, that's a DR60.
this device right here on the table, this will give us the ability
A DR60. But it's not just the DR60.
to hear what your voice actually sounds like.
It's a DR60 on a Ouija board. On a Ouija board? Oh my god.
We are going to go ahead and ask you a couple of questions. Was that 3?
That was 3. Very loud, very distinctive. I don't know where that came from. Could it have been one of them? Yes. Could it be somebody messing with them if this is a well-known haunted house? Yes. Could it have been a ghost? Possible. But on account that I don't believe anything else they do, my immediate thought process is that they faked it. I'm not saying they have 100% because I don't know.
Noise from the stairs.
However, they said that came from the stairs, and I heard it from Ryan's right, where River is.
That was the piccolo went off too. That was 3 clear knocks and the piccolo.
Come on down, Ryan was...
That one seemed to come more from Ryan's left. Did it come from the stairs? I don't think so. I can't prove anything, but how many people get distinctive 3 knocks like that on investigations? That twice in a row.
just about to explain how this works.
I'm just going to go ahead and ask the questions.
Very important. He's done something good here, if you don't know what you're looking for. He's pressed record and he has removed his hands from the device, eliminating this and this where you squeeze it and this because sound will travel through your... Fair. Fair, but look at the positioning of his arms. Look at the pressure he's got on his arms on this table. He's leaning on the table that this broken device is attached to.
Were you just knocking?
Now look at his arm movement. You can see him putting pressure on his arms. He is trying to get false positives there.
How did these spirits get into this girl and into this house? Is there a doorway here?
Yep, there's a doorway right there. He's got pressure on this table on both of his arms. Now, is he doing that on purpose? I think so, but that's just my opinion, not a fact. But if we're looking at this with logic, as a debunker, and he claims to be a paranormal investigator, get your arms off that table. There's a human interaction here. The other 2 guys, they've got their hands and legs under the table. We can't see every part of them. This device is flawed as well. So this experiment is a complete failure.
Are you able to speak to us? Or show yourself?
Who can tell?
Who can tell? What does that mean?
Who can tell? That might
Nothing.
be relevant to one of our questions.
Absolutely
I guess
not.
That also picks up EVP.
It does. How weird is that? Is the minute
Your application picks up EVP, does it?
you end
Stop.
it, that one picks something up.
What if they were in the middle of saying something and that's what was left?
Wild.
All right, here we go.
If you're looking for clear audio recordings of a ghost talking, may I suggest that your audio recorder at least makes you sound human. If your own voice sounds that bad, anything that comes back, discount it immediately. That microphone is way too sensitive. What does that say? That ghost said the following. Your elbows, your forearms are on the table and the board moving. False positive. And then I'm not getting into the rest. And then I'm not getting into the rest of that. It's a flawed experiment. They couldn't get it to sound like anything, so they're like, oh, you decide.
I'm going to go ahead and say a word to you. And if...
Did you hear it? I'm going to say a word to you.
And if...
Disembodied breathing. It sounded to me like Wyatt saying what?
Did you just hear that?
You didn't sound like a breath, huh?
Yes!
It did.
Did you breathe?
No, I heard it out of my left side, like...
I swear on everything it sounded
Even Ryan thinks it came from Wyatt.
like...
I shit you not, that literally sounded like it was behind you to me, in between you and the door.
I'm going to go ahead and say a word to you. And if...
Wow. I'm going to say a word to you. That sounds like Wyatt to me. Again, can't prove it. I don't think that other camera's going to have Wyatt in shot, so they couldn't show it anyway, but it sounded like Wyatt breathing to me. It sounds like it comes from behind this camera.
I'm going to go ahead and say a word to you. And if...
It sounds back here and slightly to the right. As if it's Wyatt holding the camera like this.
Did you just hear that?
Something else to note.
I'm going to go ahead and say a word to you. And if...
That look to me is like he knew what was coming. There's a cheeky little smile at Wyatt as Wyatt makes a noise.
Did you just hear that?
Followed by a bass drop.
There have been several psychics, including Sean Austin, who was here not too long.
There have been several psychics, including Sean Austin. I've recently covered Sean Austin. I'll link the video at the end. You get those two little boxes telling you to watch other stuff. Watch how bad that guy is at being a psychic medium in haunted locations. It's ridiculous. And they shout that out. So I'm going to skip the rest of the DR60 section, because every time they get something come back through it, it just sounds like Optimus Prime transforming. So they go upstairs and they have a cunning plan. Something that I've never seen anyone do before in an investigation, if I'm honest. Tarot cards. Do a tarot card reading at a haunted location. What a cool idea. Now, if you don't know much about tarot cards, they're a very personal thing. The cards must be gifted and you must shuffle them. And there are a lot of things that I don't understand.
On a tarot reading, but lucky for us, or lucky for me, you guys know that I suck at shuffling cards. So we got a little machine that shuffles it for us.
A little machine.
Now...
I suck at shuffling cards. Then give them to River or Wyatt. Instead, I will produce a gadget. They can't shuffle cards without a gadget. That's how reliable they are on gadgets. They have to have a gadget to shuffle cards. But tarot cards are a personal thing from a gifted deck of cards. And the shuffle is very important. And you have to turn the cards in different directions, because which way up or down the cards come out facing are important to the readings. Let's just do away with all of that and get something else to do it for me. Not someone else. There's another two people here. This.
I can't keep dropping the cards and stuff.
Well, in case you break them. I don't understand this. I don't get this. Why? Could you say, but see, it eliminates people from saying that we have somehow manipulated the deck? Yes, but, you know, it's tarot cards.
Easy peasy.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows the deal. We spread.
So, they make a point later saying, you know, which way up the cards come out, etc. But they've obviously been pre-shuffled to which way up everything is before they go into that reader anyway, rendering this entire thing pointless, or the introduction of that stupid electric device anyway.
Each of us pull one. Sounds good?
Dude, I'm kind of nervous. It's been a minute.
I'm gonna be honest, like, this house so far does feel, it has that heavy energy to it.
These cards are to help us understand the environment of the house. When we pull them, we mean intent, to find out who is here, what kind of energy is here, and why.
My energy is slowly fading here.
Past, present, future. Here we go.
Okay, past, present, future card pull. Past.
Four of Swords, upright.
I have no idea what any of these mean, by the way.
Number one. Next. The Tower!
Oh, son of a...
The Tower upright.
Oh, the tower upright. Son of a bit. Wow.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Present.
Oh, it is.
Pull one.
God, dude.
So clearly, from their reactions, they know a lot about tarot. Oh my god, the tower. That way up. Oh my god, son of a bitch.
Put
They clearly know what they're doing.
Get a good one.
I'm trying.
That is a good one.
Death, that's a good one. Death upside down is a good one. So we've got, oh my god, son of a bitch, and that's a good one.
Upside down. Dude, we shuffled that randomly, boys.
You absolutely did shuffle that random. Well, you didn't shuffle it randomly. A device did, rendering this. Most tarot readers, as far as I know, would just laugh this out of the building.
You know that we shuffled that randomly. The machine did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not good. That is a bad pull.
We don't know yet.
That's good. That's a bad pull. We don't know yet. What the fuck? They react like they know what every card is. Oh my god. Son of a bitch. That's a good one. To this is bad. We don't know. What? And it gets worse.
We have no idea what this means.
Oh, I know. 100%. That is a...
Others.
Others.
That's stupid based.
Okay. I am going to have to research this one. I'm just being honest. I have been trying my hardest to study as best as possible. I'm just going to find out what this means. We are here at the Roth House doing a paranormal investigation. We are doing a tarot reading, a 3-card pull.
That's right. AI. He's using ChatGPT or Google Gemini or something to read the tarot cards for him. A personal thing that people spend years trying to craft. A digital card shuffler and AI. But it doesn't stop there. Beardos, weirdos, balls and ghouls.
We are trying to find out the environment of this house right now. The first card we pulled is 4 of Swords upright. The second card we pulled is the Tower upright. And the third card we pulled is the Death card reversed. What does this mean? I just heard knocking.
Oh my god. Bung.
What if
knock?
that's real?
That's freaky. Remember, they were a family of spiritualists.
Whoa, okay.
Why didn't they show us whatever freaked him out on his phone there? Are they Googling the information in this house as they go in? Fair,
Stems
I guess.
back to their time.
But that means these phones are not in airplane mode because they've been using ChatGPT or Google Gemini, an online feature, meaning the Spirit Talker device, the watches they've got strapped to them in their pockets and on their wrists are going to go off. The EMF meters are going to go off. All of the EMF equipment is going to go off because their phones are working. Oopsie daisy. But it gets even better.
Here's what I
worse.
got. The cards you pulled, especially in that location with the history of the Wetsaka Wander, carry some heavy symbolism. Here's for the past, 4 of Swords upright. This card is about rest, silence, and withdrawal. A time of stillness after conflict. In the Roth house, this could reflect Mary Roth's illness and early death. It also suggests that spirits...
Look how specific this has been. It's mentioning the area, Mary Roth, the illness, the death. Ooh.
have been lingering in a dormant state here, watching, waiting quietly in the background. Here's the presence, the Tower. This is the most violent card in the deck. Sudden upheaval, destruction, truth being revealed. At this moment, it suggests you are dealing with a presence that shatters illusions, forcing
I'm about to shatter illusion.
itself into your space, whether you like it or not.
Hey, ghost. No means no. Leave them alone. Can't just go going around forcing yourself into their space.
If there really is a darker entity tied to Mary's possession story, this card is a warning. You are actively confronting the chaotic force that causes fear, madness, and turmoil in the past. It may not be Mary's gentle spirit you're speaking with. It could be one of the other darker personalities that once claimed Lawrencey before Mary took control.
Holy shit, this is in depth. Well done, AI.
Here's the future. Death reversed. Upright, death is transformation and release. Reversed, it means being trapped. We got trapped.
No, that's crazy, dude.
Where did you get trapped? I heard you say you were going to trap a ghost, but then you've been running around the house free. Who's been trapped? Where? How does this apply?
Dude, what? Resisting change or spirits refusing to move on. This suggests that the entity here is still bound to the Roth house, unable or unwillingly to cross over. It may hint that Mary's spirit wasn't the only one involved, that a parasitic presence still lingers, repeating the cycle, clinging to new vessels and refusing to leave. It's a warning. If you engage with it, you might find yourselves caught in the same loop that Mary and Lawrencey once were.
Oh lordy. Call Peter Venkman. This instant. It's the only hope. So here you will see my notes on the video. As you can tell, you haven't got much left to suffer through. So what they Googled, I inserted. I took it from the transcript of their video. We're here at the Roth house doing a paranormal investigation. We're doing tarot reading, a 3-card pull. We're trying to find out the environment of this house right now. The first card we pulled is the Four of Swords upright. Swords? Did I say swords? I did. Second card we pulled is the Tower up. The third card we pulled is the Death card reverse. What does this mean? I put in exactly what they said. And ChatGPT, it's up on screen there. Feel free to pause the video and read it. Then Gemini, the answer that I got. What you will notice there is, in both of these, it doesn't mention Mary, it doesn't mention the house or the building, despite me putting their input in. It doesn't mention an exorcist. Some of it's the same, but wow have they added to this. Unsettling picture, lingering spirit, engaging with dark chaotic force, are resistant to change, past turmoil. Their answer, Mary Roth's illness, early death, the house name, the Wetzer Wander. I believe that's the area they're in. And as I've put here, how in the fuck did their response have so many more details about the house than mine? Mine included none. Their house had Mary. The fucking works. So I put it back into ChatGPT and I put it back into Google Gemini a number of times. And they're there. And again, through all of this, I don't get the name Mary. I don't get the exact house. Nothing, despite putting in the exact same thing they did. Now, I did this 3 times. I did it 3 times on ChatGPT, and I did it 3 times on Google Gemini. And I didn't get Mary, I didn't get the house name, and I didn't get the area. How in the fuck have these 3 got so many details that directly link, and they don't show their findings off their phone on screen at any point? Because they're adding to it, in my opinion. I don't think it's even opinion, right? Because I've done the same experiment as them 3 times with their exact input and didn't get back the level of detail they got linking directly to this house. That entire thing is staged. Faked bullshit. So the next thing I want to point out is at around 41 minutes.
We just got your information.
Piano!
Absolutely fucking not. That ding piano jump scare is a horror movie trope. And it is a horror movie trope that I have heard so many times. And they get that. I refuse to believe it. Refuse. They faked the EVPs. All the equipment's going off because the phones are not in airplane mode. They faked the tarot card readings. And they want us to believe that that piano played itself in that horror key trope that is in every horror movie ever. Ever. Alright, not all of them, but still. You know that sound. So let's go again.
We just got your information.
Why did it take them so long to react to that sound? Bing! Their eyes don't dart. You hear that horror piano jump scare, and their eyeballs don't move in the direction of the sound. They sit there for a number of seconds and then shit themselves. Absolutely not. It's my opinion that they sat there and then one of them jumps, they all jump, and then he shouts piano, 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 and then in editing, they drop in that horror scare sound effect. One more time.
One's freaking me out the most.
We know you're here. We just got your information.
Look how long it took. Eyeballs didn't move, the camera moves, and then they jump. It is my opinion that this is bullshit. They can put out this as proof and all of the rest of it and release it to the general public in their opinions or their findings, this is paranormal activity, then I can put out my opinion that this entire thing is a load of absolute bollocks, to quote Dandalf. This is bollocks. So they run downstairs to investigate and all the rest of it. I'm not bothering with the rest of this. I watched all of this the night a poltergeist attacked us, the exorcism house. Very scary. The end of the video, I'll show you the final shots of the video. They're just chilling out on the top of the stairs. There's no fear or nothing. If you've been attacked in an exorcism house, are you just going to be sitting there talking about what's coming next on your channel, how many likes we get to do the next phase of this investigation? You'd be out of there. So what was the huge attack? Well, I don't know, because I didn't see an attack in the video. Nobody was scratched, nobody was bleeding, nobody's bruised, nobody's battered, nobody's upset. A book fell over. A book that, in my opinion, wired through. And I'm allowed that opinion because I trust these three about as much as I trust myself around a free bar, not to get shit-faced, and probably vomit in my own pocket. So there's bullshit DR60. There's pops and knocks in a wooden, noisy house. There's cat meows and, in my opinion, some overlaid sounds. And that warrants the night a poltergeist attacked us, the exorcism house. Very scary. The whole tarot card thing, I've tried to replicate 3 times on 2 different AI softwares. I cannot get the same level of detail. Bearing in mind, each 3 times that I put the same input in, I got different responses from each one. So 3 times in ChatGPT, 3 different responses. 3 times in Gemini, 3 different responses. How in the hell did they get so much information? Because they've added to it, in my opinion. But they were attacked by a poltergeist. How? Where? What? Where is the proof? Where is the evidence? Where is the attack? I'm getting a headache. All I've seen is the 3 stooges here ballsing up every step of this investigation or outright fabricating it. Absolute bollocks. This is clickbait to a massive... It's not even clickbait, it's an outright lie. Where's the happy ending? This is like going for a boom chicka wawa massage. Hey, you hand over your cash, you lay back, you think you're getting touched, you think you're in for a happy ending, and they start rubbing your feet and you don't like feet. So screw that video, screw Twin Paranormal, screw all the investigation techniques, because parafakery, yeah? The 3 drips, they just light up a house like Christmas, put devices everywhere, don't have their phones in airplane mode, use AI, and use a device to even shuffle cards to them, because apparently they can't even shuffle cards, they are that stupid. This is exactly the type of paranormal bullshit that I can't stand, and it does so well on the platform for... I have no idea. I don't understand how anyone is enjoying this. Maybe kids that don't understand, people that have never investigated. If you've ever gone on an investigation, and if you have the devices they have, do they trigger as often as these guys get it to? They're not special. They can't command spirits. They're not mediums. It's all bullshit. Do please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Much love to you all. This was painful. Beardo out.